Okay, so we're going to use this combo set. So this is a brand new design. It comes with one stamp and actually 2 die cuts. So the new design, the 2020 combo set, it all comes with 2 die cuts, something like this. So we only have 2 brand new design this time so far. I have finished the other 5 patterns already. So we are going to they are going to come out soon. And then, but we also have a lot of old design. They are also the combo set. They come with 1 stamp and 1 die cut. So we have probably over 20 different kind of pattern. Just make sure you check our online store and just find the category flowers, and you will see all the flowers. So I am going to show you both techniques. So that's the start with the first one. The first one, the outline is black, right? So how many embossing powder you have? How many different color? No kidding, I probably have more than 40-50 colors, but do I use all? Not really. You don't really need every single color of your embossing powder. You just need the maximum, I think, 4. Clear is a must-have. Black, okay. Gold, silver, that's very useful. I use often too. So in the first section of this tutorial, I'm going to show you all you need is a clear embossing powder, because with a clear embossing powder you can create any color you want, any embossing color you want. So we're going to use the stamp positioner. If you have one, that's great. If you don't have one, make sure you watch our tutorial number 45. In tutorial number 45, I was showing you how to use the CD case to create your own stamp positioner. If you have a bigger image, you are going to use a DVD case. Okay, so we are going to use watercolor paper. I just love watercolor cardstock, because when they're working with our magic mushroom, they just blending much better. And then make sure you watch the other tutorial. In that tutorial, it show you like 10 different kind of stamping technique, and how to get like a perfect embossing is one of the techniques, one of the tip. You got to check it out. So the tutorial number of tutorial is on the bottom of this screen. So we are going to use a VersaFine. VersaFine, I love VersaFine because they are very good quality impact. They can make a very detailed, especially the Fuchsia stamp. They are not just only the outline. They actually have a lot of shading. So we are going to just use the VersaFine, nicely rubbing your image and the tap. And then this is a Canson watercolor paper. They have 2 sides. One side is a little bit rough. One side is much smoother. So let's move this magnet here. Okay. So that's just give a nice firm press to see, do we get a nice image? Okay, great. I just missed a spot. That's why we are using stamp positioner, so I can easily go back to fix that boo-boo. And then I found out one coat is just good enough. We don't want it too dark. Okay. Awesome. That's a perfect image. And then we are going to just use a wet cloth, kind of clean your stamp before you move on. Okay, and then we're going to do the clear embossing. You can do the clear embossing, or you can don't do it, just call it that. But I found out with a little bit embossing, it just gives you that extra depth and depth to make your artwork looks better. So we're going to just use the Versamark. Versamark must have for all the stamper or crafter. So it's just a great tool. So we're going to use a Versamark, and we are going to stamp back, and then I am going to just do the clear embossing, and I'm going to just fast forward how to do the embossing. Okay, so before we move on to the coloring part, I want to show you the other one. So this is on the right, left side is the one I did the VersaFine for my outline, and I cover with a clear embossing. And on the right side is actually, we don't have that black outline, right? So what I did is that I used the impact. If you have an impact, it's good. If you don't have impact, you can use the markers. And then we're going to use two color, one light color, one dark color. So I'm going to have like an orange red color. So one light color, one dark color, and then we're going to do the leaves, one light color, one dark color. So the color I choose for the outline, you got to be a little bit darker color. So I use at least 201 and 501. Those are the memento impact. So before you use your stamp, and remember the last time I used this one was with a Versamark, and on the surface is kind of gluey, sticky. You got to make sure you clean your stamp before you use before you apply the impact. So even though your impact's a little bigger, that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it's really bother you. You want like a perfect color, you can use the markers that also work well. So I'm going to just rub a little bit dark orange color, and then I'm going to just rub a little bit magenta on top, and then I have a two green color, so one light color, one dark color, and this is a 703, and then a little bit darker color. And I'm going to stamp it, give a nice firm press, and let's see what we have here. And it's pretty good, but you can still see some part of here is kind of missing, right? So I am going to just use that dark pink, the one 501, and my light green. Kind of just give a little bit touch out, and then again go back. That's much better, but I'm still missing a corner there. I think probably because my magnet is over there. So I'm going to just give out that part. That's perfect. Now actually a little bit darker will looks good. Okay, that's perfect. And then now we are going to clean with a wet cloth. We are going to put a coat of a clear embossing on top. Okay, so I already pre-cut first before I'm coloring, and then in my previous tutorial I was explaining why I cut first before I coloring. Why? This is why. Because I want to avoid this to happen. Sometimes after you spend a long time coloring your artwork, and then you put die cut, and then you didn't pay attention, and your die cut is a little bit crooked, and then this is where you end up. You have to do it again. So what I do is after I finish the outline, I cut it first, and then I'm going to color it. So that way I know I have a perfect cut. And then take a look. Local King's matching die cut is right next to the image. It doesn't have that white gap between your stamp image and the die cut line. So that make it very, very detailed. Okay, so we are going to, that's just to start with this kind of purple color. So you are going to choose one light color, one dark color, and then I am going to just use a purple color, one light blue, and then one purple color, and two green. Okay, so you can do, because you already did embossing, and then you can do watercolor, you can do your markers, you can do anything you like. I like use your magic mushroom because it's just fast and easy. So we're going to use our magic mushroom, and then I just clean my mushroom a little bit because I want to apply a very light color. So gently pick a little bit light blue and just find the corner. You can tapping it, or you can just brush it. Always gently brush. If it's not enough, you add more. So let's do a little bit light blue. And then we are going to use a purple. So just find a spot gently, and then you don't have to cover all of them. You can leave some part that is very, very light, and then do a little bit purple here. And then see when the blue mixes with purple, it actually creates a new color. That's how pretty it is. And then we're going to use two green too, one light color, one dark color. This is 703 and the 707. Always try to start with a lighter color. If it's not enough, we add more. So we just gently color that leaf, two leaves. Okay. And then we give a little bit of leaf on this bud. Okay, that's what it look like. Okay, and then I'm going to, before I move to the, I'm going to color my pink one, and I'm going to show you one more trick. Okay, so the pink one, we are going to just use two color. And then remember, I was using these 201 and 501 for the outline. Now I want to use a little bit lighter color, so I'm going to use the 200 and the 400. So see the difference? So your outline have to be a little bit darker than your actual color. So let's do a light orange and a light pink. So make sure your mushroom, if you want to apply the light color, just use a napkin or dry cloth, kind of absorb your mushroom. As soon as when you apply the color on your scrap paper, if there is no color, that means they are ready for the light color. So find the spot, gently brush it. You push hard, it becomes darker. You release a little bit pressure, they become lighter. So these mushrooms dirty, kind of clean with a wet cloth. And dry with Kleenex. Okay, see? No color. That means they are ready to go. So brush a little bit on top. Just circle around. You can't find the easier way than this. This is the most easiest way to color your image. So leave a little bit white. Okay, don't color everywhere. Just leave a little bit white there. And same thing, the green color. Start with one light color. And one dark color. And then we can put a little bit green here too. Isn't that pretty? So now we're going to working on the background. We are going to use this Judy King's stencil. This one is called the Spellbound. Okay, so you just put your stencil here and then put your cardstock in the middle, and then you are going to use a washi tape to secure your paper. Okay, so the purple one I'm going to do kind of like a yellowish color. So this is the two color I use, one light color, one dark color. So the number is 802 and 801. So we're going to start with a lighter color first. Make sure your mushroom is nice and clean, and then we're going to pick a big color. Brush or tapping, they all work. You're going to find the center of this stencil, and you are going to draw a circle in the middle and then kind of release the pressure, okay, from inside out. Okay, don't color the whole page, okay? I only want a little bit in the middle. So when you start from the middle, it's darker color, it kind of just blending out. Okay, just drawing kind of like an oval shape, and leave some white over there. And then if you want to, I think actually one color is good enough. If you want to add a little bit more, you can use your magic mushroom. Just pick a little bit darker color. Just give a little bit more. And actually this is the darker color. Those things isn't necessary, but two color, why not? And you're going to remove your stencil. That's the background. Isn't that pretty? So this is a background I actually just blending in the middle. I don't want to have a whole pages. I found out the first one I make is too much color on your background, so it kind of looks too busy. So I think just a little bit in the middle, that make your flower pop out more. So, and then I'm going to do the green too, the green color, the two green colors, 703 and the 707. Okay, so that's it. And then there's one more thing. Our die cut have a lot of extra features. So if you take a look, actually some part of this die cut, they have some kind of pre-cut. So you just use your poking tool, kind of poke out that pre-cut area, and they become like a 3D. You don't actually have to do anything. So something like that. Isn't it awesome? So this is today's tutorial. It's fast and easy, and give it a try. Which one is your favorite? Oh, actually there is one more thing before I end this tutorial. So this is you can take a look. There is some kind of white stroke, right? See, this is one without it. This is the one with it. Sometimes if you want to give a little bit highlight, I use this Copic white paint. You can also, if you don't have this one, you can actually use a pencil crayon, the white color, or you can use a watercolor and just mix a little bit color, and then just give a little bit touch up, just a little bit here, so you kind of give a little bit white, right? And let's bring it a little bit closer. So we just give a little bit white color here, and then you're going to use a Kleenex, kind of dry your brush, and then you're kind of just brush one direction. Give a little bit highlight. If your paintbrush is too dry, you can just add a little bit water. Okay. And because we already have embossing, so that make this coloring so easy. Not too much, just one or two petals. Just to give a little bit highlight, so that will make this fuchsia looks even better. So just a little bit here. The trick is dry brush. Your brush you want to be dry. Okay, one more maybe here. That white highlight is really make this flower pop up. See, that looks much better. So give a try. If you don't have this kind of white paint, just use a white pencil crayon. They will color pencil. They will work just fine. And then remember, use the poking tool, kind of poking that paddle. So there is some kind of pre-cut over there. You don't have to do anything. You don't need to use a craft knife to cut it. So just to kind of bend over a little bit, and that make it just like a 3D. So today's tutorial, which one is your favorite? Do you like the black outline or you like a colorful outline? I think they both looks awesome. And so check our online store. Those two are the newest design. Or 30% off promotion is going to end by the end of this month. With our 30% off, this combo set is only $17.49. That's a great deal. You get a stamp. You also get a 2 die cuts. So thank you for watching, and I hope you like today's tutorial. We have a more tutorial coming. If you haven't, check our online DVD. Make sure you check it out. A lot of wonderful ideas, they are waiting for you. So thank you for watching. This is Lisa from Low Cooking Rubber Stamp. See you next time. Bye.